Naga vs. Jörmungandr, Battle of the Serpent Deities. Welcome back, mythology enthusiasts. Scroll today. We dive deep into an epic confrontation that transcends time and space. A clash between two of the most formidable serpent deities ever conceived. The Naga from Hindu mythology and Jörmungandr from Norse legends. Snake wave, but what happens when the guardians of the underworld and the encircler of the world meet in battle? How do their powers compare, and who would emerge victorious in a showdown of cosmic proportions? Stick around as we explore the depths of these ancient myths, dissect their abilities, and witness the ultimate serpent showdown. The Naga, guardians of the underworld. First, let's unravel the mysteries of the Naga. In Hindu mythology, Nagas are semi-divine beings, entities that are half human, half serpent. Originating from the Sanskrit word Naga, meaning serpent, these creatures are integral to the religious and cultural tapestry of Hinduism. Delving deeper, the origin of Nagas traces back to ancient Vedic scriptures, notably the Atharva Veda and later the Mahabharata and the Puranas. They are considered descendants of Kashyapa, a revered sage, and Kadru, one of his wives, making them half-siblings to the Garudas, the eagle-like beings. Their portrayal varies from benevolent deities to capricious creatures, depending on the context. The Nagas are often depicted as powerful and wise, residing in the underground realm known as Patala or in celestial palaces beneath rivers and seas. They are the protectors of treasures and are closely associated with water bodies and rainfall, symbolizing both fertility and the destructive power of floods. When it comes to powers and abilities, the Nagas are no less than awe-inspiring. They possess mastery over water, capable of controlling rainfall and the flow of rivers. This control is not just metaphorical, it's deeply tied to the agricultural prosperity and ecological balance within the mythology. In agrarian societies, the timing and amount of monsoon rains were critical, and Nagas were appeased through rituals to ensure a bountiful harvest. Moreover, Nagas are adept shapeshifters. They can transform between their serpentine form and a fully human guise, allowing them to interact with mortals and gods alike. This duality symbolizes the connection between the physical and spiritual realms. Additionally, they are guardians of immense treasures, both material and spiritual. Scriptures often mention Nagas as keepers of secrets, sacred texts, and powerful talismans. Among the most notable Nagas is Shesha, also known as Ananta, the Infinite One. He is the king of all Nagas and is said to hold all the planets of the universe on his 1,000 hoods. This illustrates the integration of the infinite, Ananta, into the fabric of reality. Shesha serves as the bed upon which Lord Vishnu rests, symbolizing cosmic balance and the cyclical nature of time. Then there's Vasuki, famed for his role in the Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean of milk. Vasuki allowed himself to be used as the churning rope, demonstrating both his immense size and strength. Manasa, the goddess of snakes, is worshipped for fertility and prosperity. She is also known for her powers to cure snake bites and is venerated in various regional traditions across India. Jörmungandr, the world serpent. Switching gears to Norse mythology, we encounter Jörmungandr, the Midgardsormr or Midgard serpent. Born from the trickster god Loki and the giantess Angerboa, Jörmungandr is one of the three monstrous offspring, alongside Fenrir the wolf and Hel, ruler of the underworld. According to the Prose Edda and the Poetic Edda, Odin tossed Jörmungandr into the great ocean that encircles Midgard, the world of humanity. There, the serpent grew so large that he eventually encircled the entire world, grasping his own tail, a symbol reminiscent of the Ouroboros, representing the eternal cycle of life and death. Linguistic studies suggest that the name Jörmungandr translates to huge monster, or great beast, emphasizing his fearsome nature. His existence is intrinsically linked to the Norse cosmology's 9 worlds, particularly Midgard and Asgard. Jörmungandr's powers are cataclysmic. His sheer size is incomprehensible. Imagine a serpent so vast that it can wrap around the Earth. Globe if we consider the Earth's circumference at the equator. About 40,075 kilometers, 24,901 miles. His length would be staggering. His venom is not just deadly, it's potent enough to poison gods and has the capacity to bring about the end of the world. Furthermore, Jörmungandr possesses foreknowledge of his destiny, particularly his fated encounter with Thor during Ragnarok, the apocalypse in Norse mythology. This inevitability adds a layer of tragic grandeur to his character. The tales featuring Jörmungandr are as dramatic as they are profound. One famous story involves Thor's fishing trip. Disguised as a young boy, Thor goes fishing with the giant Hymir, determined to catch Jörmungandr. Using an ox's head as bait, Thor hooks the serpent and engages in a titanic struggle. Just as Thor is about to strike a fatal blow with his hammer Mjolnir, Hymir cuts the line, fearing the consequences of killing the monster. Then there's the prophesied final battle during Ragnarok. Jörmungandr emerges from the ocean, causing massive tidal waves and spraying venom into the sky and sea. He and Thor engage in their final duel, where Thor slays the serpent but manages only 9 steps before succumbing to the serpent's deadly venom. Setting the stage, the deep river. Now, imagine a convergence point, a place where mythologies intersect, the deep river. This isn't just any river, it's a metaphysical nexus, a symbolic confluence of the world's mythic waters. Water, in both Hindu and Norse mythologies, is a powerful symbol. In Hinduism, rivers like the Ganges are sacred, embodying purity and the life-giving force. In Norse tales, the primordial void Ginnungagap is flanked by elemental rivers like Elivagar, and the seas are personified by deities like Aegir. The deep river serves as an ideal battleground, offering strategic advantages to both serpentine entities. For the Nagas, water is their domain, a source of strength and influence. For Jörmungandr, the ocean dweller, the river provides ample space to maneuver his colossal form. But how do these mythologies converge? One could argue that mythological frameworks exist not in isolation but as part of a collective human consciousness, a Jungian archetypal landscape. The deep river symbolizes this intersection, where stories from distinct cultures meet, reflecting shared themes and universal truths. This cosmic significance elevates the battle beyond a mere physical confrontation. It's a metaphysical event that echoes across different realms and belief systems. Prelude to the battle. So what brings these two titans into conflict? At the core, it's a clash of dominion over the elemental force of water, a fundamental resource in both mythologies. For the Nagas, control over water is tied to life, fertility, and the well-being of the world. For Jörmungandr, the waters are both his cradle and his weapon, embodying his destructive potential. Furthermore, prophecies play a pivotal role. In Hindu texts, the cosmic balance is maintained by the actions of deities like Vishnu and Shiva, with Nagas playing supporting roles. In Norse myths, the inevitability of Ragnarok looms over all events. The convergence could be seen as an alignment of prophetic timetables, a predetermined confrontation inscribed in the fabric of fate. Preparations are extensive on both sides. The Nagas, aware of the impending challenge, convene in their underwater palaces, summoning ancient magics and perhaps seeking alliances with other deities or supernatural beings like the Garudas or Yaksas. They might perform intricate rituals detailed in texts like the Naga Pankami, a festival dedicated to serpent worship. Jörmungandr, though often solitary, could be envisioned as stirring from the depths, his movements causing seismic tremors. Perhaps he is aware of a disturbance in his domain, a rival presence that cannot be ignored. Strategies are implied rather than explicit. The Nagas might rely on their agility and magical prowess, while Jörmungandr banks on his overwhelming size and venom. The epic clash. The battle begins with an eerie calm along the deep river. The waters ripple unnaturally, and the skies darken, a foreboding sign of the titanic struggle about to unfold. Suddenly, the Nagas emerge, their forms shifting between human and serpent, channeling the energies of the river. From the opposite bank, the gargantuan form of Jörmungandr rises, displacing massive volumes of water, his scales glistening ominously. Wave-first strikes are exchanged. The Nagas unleash torrents of water, attempting to overwhelm or bind Jörmungandr. They conjure Naga astras, mystical serpent weapons, aiming to penetrate his defenses. Jörmungandr responds with a spray of venom that sizzles upon contact with the water, generating toxic clouds that obscure the battlefield. The display of abilities escalates. The Nagas manipulate the weather, invoking the Vedic hymns to summon storms and monsoonal rains to bolster their power. They create whirlpools and currents aimed at destabilizing Jörmungandr. However, Jörmungandr's sheer size allows him to withstand these assaults. He counterattacks by generating massive waves and using his colossal tail to create shockwaves. His venom becomes a significant hazard, polluting the river and forcing the Nagas to constantly adapt. A critical turning point occurs when Jörmungandr coils around the Nagas, attempting to constrict them. The Nagas respond by invoking ancient chants, possibly calling upon the powers of Vishnu or Shiva, seeking divine intervention. They might perform the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, a powerful incantation for protection and strength. Despite their efforts, the Nagas begin to falter. Their attacks seem insufficient to penetrate Jörmungandr's defenses. The realization dawns that conventional tactics are ineffective. In the climactic moment, Jörmungandr unleashes his most potent venom, a concentrated blast that the Nagas cannot fully evade. Simultaneously, the Nagas combine their energies for a final assault, a beam of pure elemental force directed at Jörmungandr's core. The impact is monumental. The riverbanks crumble, and the very fabric of reality seems to waver. But as the dust settles, it's clear that Jörmungandr has withstood the attack, albeit weakened, while the Nagas are incapacitated, succumbing to the pervasive venom. The aftermath. With the Nagas defeated, Jörmungandr stands as the victor. His venom has not only overcome the Nagas but has also contaminated the river, causing ecological devastation, a nod to the destructive themes prevalent in Norse eschatology. The impact on the Nagas is profound. Defeated in their own element, their spirits retreat to Patala, signifying a significant loss in their influence over the mortal realm. Repercussions ripple through both mythological worlds. In Hindu mythology, other deities may take note. Vishnu or Shiva might contemplate action to restore balance. In Norse tales, Jörmungandr's victory could be seen as a harbinger of Ragnarok, accelerating the march towards the prophesied end. The cosmic balance is disrupted, and the crossing of mythological boundaries could signal a melding or clashing of destinies. The legacy of this battle would be immortalized in tales told by sages and skalds. It serves as a cautionary story about hubris and the limits of power, even among divine beings. The symbolism extends to the inherent dangers of overstepping natural boundaries and the consequences of elemental imbalance. Analysis of the battle. Let's delve deeper into the comparative strengths and weaknesses. The Nagas, while powerful and versatile, are limited by their reliance on magic and environmental manipulation. Their advantages lie in strategy, agility, and elemental control. Quantitatively, the Nagas are said to number 1,000, but even their combined might face as challenges against an entity of Jörmungandr's magnitude. Jörmungandr's overwhelming attributes, his size, physical strength, and venom, provide him with brute force that is difficult to counter. His weaknesses are fewer but include possible susceptibility to powerful magic or divine intervention. In the context of this battle, the Nagas' attacks lacked the necessary impact to neutralize Jörmungandr's physical dominance. The environment played a crucial role. The deep river, while advantageous to the Nagas for its familiarity and resources, also allowed Jörmungandr to leverage his aquatic abilities fully. Destiny and prophecy arguably favored Jörmungandr. His role in Norse mythology is one of an unstoppable force leading to inevitable destruction. Mythological destinies influence outcomes. Perhaps this battle was fated to test the limits of the Nagas and to fulfill Jörmungandr's role as a world-encircling harbinger of doom. From a symbolic perspective, the Nagas' defeat could represent the overwhelming force of cataclysmic events that surpass human or even divine intervention, a theme common in many mythologies. Jörmungandr's victory encapsulates the inevitability of certain cosmic cycles, such as destruction preceding rebirth, a central tenet in both Norse and Hindu philosophies. Furthermore, the battle can be explored through the lens of esoteric interpretations. For instance, the serpent is often a symbol of Kundalini energy in Hindu traditions, representing spiritual awakening when harnessed correctly. Jörmungandr could symbolize unbridled primal forces that, if left unchecked, lead to chaos. In summary, the epic encounter between the Nagas and Jörmungandr is a captivating exploration of mythology, power dynamics, and the interplay of destiny. We witnessed how the guardians of the underworld stood against the encircler of the world, showcasing their profound abilities and the limitations inherent even among divine entities. The outcome speaks volumes about the themes embedded within these myths: inevitability, the balance between creation and destruction, and the cyclical nature of time. Such mythological crossovers ignite our imagination and offer a unique lens through which to view ancient stories. They remind us of the shared human fascination with the unknown, the divine, and the eternal struggle between opposing forces. By dissecting this mythological crossover, we gain insights into how different cultures perceive the balance between creative and destructive forces. It highlights the shared human experience in explaining natural phenomena and existential concepts through the personification of deities and mythical creatures. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Memo, did you agree with the outcome? How do you think the battle would have unfolded differently? Drop your insights in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more mythological showdowns, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thumbs up, bell, stay tuned for our next epic exploration.